Welcome to the second episode of the top 5 mods for Cities Skylines. My name's Biffa, and today we're going to be looking at the top 5 mods that can increase the experience of your gameplay of Cities Skylines. Things that tweak the game to make it just that little bit better. Before we dive into our top 5, don't forget please to leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to see more of these types of episodes, I've got some brilliant ideas for themes in the future, including the top 5 hard mode mods, top 5 assets, top 5 intersections and many other things. And with all the mods that have been added to the game every day, there's going to be plenty of these episodes to look forward to. So without further ado, let's jump in and see which mod is number 5 today. At number 5 we have the TechScale mod by Alex3305. Once you've downloaded the mod from the Steam Workshop and enabled it, you come here to your options screen and you will have this text scaling option in the top left corner. 1.0 is the standard scale for your text, but if you just increase that slightly, let's just go to 1.4 and we can see that in game. And this would be good for people that use laptops that use smaller screens. So if we just click apply and then load up a game, and we can see how this looks. And here we go in game. Now obviously the GUI doesn't change itself, but you can see the text is slightly larger in the boxes. It will sometimes clip outside the boxes that you open, but you may be able to deal with that if it means you can actually read the text on your smaller, maybe laptop screen or small monitor that you have. But you can adjust that suits your resolution that you're using and one that you're happy with that makes it easier for you to read. But I think that's an excellent mod that really improves the use of the game and helps people with smaller monitors to read. So that's the TechScale mod at number 5 by Alex3305. Let's see what's at number 4. Now at number 4 is the free Relocation mod by Eaglechopper. Now we know we can relocate buildings within the game, and normally that would cost a percentage of the overall cost of the building, but with the free Relocation mod it will cost us nothing. Let's pause the game. We can see our amount of money here, 3,359,567 credits. If we relocate the building, move it along, and there we go. Unpause the game. We still have exactly the same amount of money, and that's very handy if you want to expand your roads, change your network, move things around. Well, it's not going to cost you any money. So that's at number 4, the free Relocation mod by Eaglechopper. At number 3 is the ground level camera by UM3K. Now there's quite a lot of camera mods available and I've checked them all out, and this is my favourite because it works as well as the others but adds a couple of little options and it's dead easy to use. So just pressing tab, it will move the camera down onto street level, and it's WASD to move around, very easy, and the mouse you can have a look about, see what's going. We can see what these, hello there, we can meet the people of our city. Lots of twins in here waiting for the bus. You can have a look at the Biffa Statue of Industry here when people come into our city. You also have the option of Z to zoom, X to zoom out, which is very good. And then while you're moving along you can press shift as well just to move around a bit quicker in your city. And tab takes you in and out of first camera view. What I find is if you want to particularly pick a spot that you want to look at, let's go over here and look at our beachfront property. You just get yourself above the road, look straight down like that, and then press tab and you will be exactly in that spot. That makes it easier to look around. So this was at number 3. This was the ground level camera mod by UM3K, and I think this is brilliant for checking out your city. At number 2 we have the tree brush by Destroyer. Now I mentioned a couple of tree brushes last week and they were ones that would only clip to the side of the road, but this is an improved version by Destroyer, a different person altogether from the ones I mentioned last week, and this works exactly as you'd imagine a tree brush would work. If you go down here, select the tree that you wish to paint with, you can still paint them individually. Then you press your plus key on your keypad and you get a bigger or a smaller brush. This brush increases to quite a large size. Let's just see how big it goes. Here we go. Still going, still going. I think we're almost at maximum size. And it's still going and it stops. There we go. One click and we will cover that entire area with trees. I think we just need to zoom in a tiny bit. There we go. The trees are all being placed. And then we can press the minus key to make that go much smaller again. Also we can right click to remove trees from large areas. Let's just make it a bit smaller because there is a 250,000 cap on the trees. So if you want to clear an area from trees, there we go, right click and that's removed all the trees from the area. I think this is a brilliant addition to the game. Let's just select a new tree, slightly larger brush. We can paint in areas between roads. A lovely addition to the game. So that was at number 2, a tree brush by Destroyer. And at number 1 is an absolutely amazing mod. It is such a time saver, and it's the automatic Bulldoze mod by Sadler. So let's see how that works. We'll press the B key. We see we've had some fires here, and these houses have been destroyed by fire. So instead of individually deleting them, we can demolish the burned houses with this option down here, and then it will just work through your map. There we go, that one just disappeared, and we'll slowly see the other ones disappear. There we go, that one's disappeared. This one will go in a second, and it will work through your map and remove either abandoned or burned building. Let's have a look around. I just messed around with my tax rates to get a load of abandoned buildings, but people have started moving in again. Here we go, we've got some abandoned buildings here, so let's click the Demolish Abandoned Buildings button, and that will now automatically work through the game and remove my abandoned buildings. That is an absolute time saver, particularly if you're a very bad mayor and you often have abandoned buildings springing up all over the place, and the only recourse is to demolish them. So that was number 1, the automatic Bulldoze mod by Sadler. There we go, that was this episode's top 5 mods to increase your enjoyment of your gameplay and tweak some of the things that maybe a lot of people have thought have been missing from the game that really makes a difference. And I've been enjoying using these and checking them out myself. So don't forget, if you've enjoyed this episode too, to please leave a like, and also to leave a comment. If there's any mods that you've personally used or assets, then let me know and maybe they will be featured in a future episode. The links for all of these mods will be in the description below. You can just click on the link, then subscribe to that mod or asset in the Steam Workshop, and the next time you restart your Cities Skylines, it will show up in your content manager for you to enjoy. So thanks very much, and I will see you next time. I've been Biffa, and this has been my top 5 mods for Cities Skylines.